times I've seen you walk, it's like.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon and a special welcome to South Dakota Mines. We're delighted that you are here with us this afternoon for this momentous occasion. My name is Mark Vaillancourt, and I have the privilege of serving as the CEO of the Center for Alumni Relations and Advancement, kind of also known as CARA. I've been here for a year and 1 week, and it's been a great year, and it's so wonderful to see all of you here. Now, before we begin our program, we have some special guests here this evening, or this afternoon, and I'd like to take a moment to introduce them. The Governor of the state of South Dakota, Larry Roden, is here. The Executive Director and CEO of the South Dakota Board of Regents, Nathan Lucas. Here with us today is G.B. Carmichael, representing U.S. Senator Mike Rounds, Katie Neff, representing U.S. Representative Dusty Johnson. All right, this is a great name, and it's just like mine, so here goes. Nicole Uribach, District 32 State Representative and Minority Whip. I hope I got that right. Mike Derby, District 34 State Representative is here. Greg Blanc, District 35 State Senator. City Council members Lindsay Sechrist and Kevin Maher. County Commissioner Deb Hancock. County Commissioner Gary Drews. Former South Dakota Mines President Dr. Jim Rankin. Also with us today is former South Dakota Mines interim president Jan Brzezinski and his wife Margaret. We also have another special guest, and he's right here next to me, Grubby. It is now my pleasure to introduce the 20th president of South Dakota Mines. Please give a warm welcome to Dr. Brian Tandy.
I think you clapped a little louder for the former president. That's all right. I think I'll grow on you. Good afternoon. Thank you all for joining us today to celebrate a transformative moment in the history of South Dakota Mines as we celebrate the completion of our Nucor Mineral Industries Building. Today marks more than the opening of a new facility. It's a symbol of our university's deep roots in the mineral industries and our unwavering commitment to shaping their future. Since our founding in 1885, just a few years after gold was discovered in the Black Hills, South Dakota Mines has existed to support the mining and mineral industries. That mission remains so important that it is still written in the South Dakota Constitution. Today, we are proud to be one of only 5 universities in the country offering undergraduate degrees in geology, geological engineering, mining engineering, and metallurgical engineering. These fields are critical, not only to South Dakota's economy, but to national security, global technology, and virtually every aspect of modern life. The Nucor Mineral Industries Building ensures that we will continue to lead in these fields. This facility is designed to foster cutting-edge research, educate the next generation of industry leaders, and accelerate the development of technologies that will power our world. This building also represents a cornerstone of our Center for Alumni Relations and Advancement's $100 million capital campaign, an ambitious effort to strengthen our university's future. Later this evening, we will celebrate the final push of our New Heights campaign, which currently sits at nearly $95 million. The support we have received in reaching our $100 million goal stands as a testament to what we can achieve when our Hard Rocker community comes together for a shared purpose. As one of the campaign's key pillars, this facility reflects our bold vision to reach new heights through strategic investments in infrastructure and student success. This building would not have been possible without strong support from across our state. On behalf of the entire university, I want to extend our gratitude to the state of South Dakota, including former Governor Kristi Noem, the members of our legislature, and the Board of Regents for their investment in this project. I especially want to recognize former legislator and Mines alumnus, David Johnson, who sponsored the original funding bill and has been an outstanding champion of this project. I also want to acknowledge my predecessor, Dr. Jim Rankin. This project gained incredible momentum under his leadership, and his legacy is built into the walls of this building. He had a bold vision for the future of mines and worked tirelessly to position the university for long-term success. His efforts laid the foundation for the progress we see today, and I'm honored to carry that torch forward. We're fortunate to have Dr. Rankin back on campus to celebrate with us today. Please join me in thanking him for all he's done for South Dakota. Last and certainly not least, we also owe an incredible amount of gratitude to our donors. In 2022, we received a $5 million naming gift from Nucor, the largest corporate gift in the university's history. Additional generous gifts from Freeport McMoran, Nevada Gold Mines, and Lynn Lasco in honor of her late husband and Mines alumnus Gordon, and many others. Whether you gave a major gift or supported this project in other meaningful ways, thank you. This building stands as a reflection of your generosity, your belief in our mission, and your commitment to the future of South Dakota Mines and our students. Please join me in a round of applause to thank everyone who helped bring this vision to life. As we come committed today, we don't just celebrate a building, we celebrate the partnerships, the passion, and the persistence that made it possible. South Dakota Mines has always been a leader in the mineral industries, and with this new facility, we're poised to lead for generations to come. That continued leadership is made possible by champions of education, innovation, and economic development across our state. It is now my honor to introduce one of those champions, someone who has long supported workforce readiness and growth in South Dakota. Please join me in welcoming Governor of South Dakota, Larry Roden.
Might be easier if I just hang on to that. Wife tells me I talk with my hands too much, so if I hold on to a mic, it kind of calm down. Well, good afternoon. It is such a pleasure for me to have the opportunity to be here at the School of Mines, join you in the celebration. Today actually is my 3-month anniversary of taking office as governor. And also, with today's visit, this marks, I've now been officially on the campuses of all of 6 of the Board of Regents institutions since I took office 3 months ago. So that's pretty cool. And it's pretty cool that we live in South Dakota. There's a lot of things are going right in South Dakota, and we have a lot to be proud of. Our economy is thriving, and we have the lowest unemployment of any state in our nation. Our incomes are rising, our businesses are strong. In fact, our state just won back-to-back Governor's Cups award, which means that this state has the most economic development projects per capita of any state in the nation. That's kind of a big deal. I have to say, our universities are a huge part of that. Since the legislative session had ended, I've launched the Open for Opportunities tours across the state. I think this is like our sixth week in that tour. I visited cities and towns across South Dakota, and we've had any number of conversations with business owners and farmers and ranchers and people from all walks of life in South Dakota. I visited some businesses that I didn't even know existed in South Dakota. And I'm amazed what they are all doing for our economy. I see challenges for our communities and business in South Dakota, but more importantly, I see them opportunities. I believe the difference between our challenges and opportunities is largely one of perspective. At my inauguration, I declared South Dakota open for opportunity. I wanted to work together to achieve the opportunities that we see right in front of us. All of our colleges and universities have something special and unique to offer. The School of Mines is no different. This is an impressive institution that is vital for our state's economy and our state's workforce. You help train our students for the careers of the future. And by training them right here in South Dakota, we help make sure that our kids and grandchildren build lives and careers right here in the Mount Rushmore state. The mineral industry are absolutely a huge part of South Dakota's future economy. As we look around the globe, access to minerals is as important as ever, and I would say more than important than ever. America's adversaries are making moves to shore up their control of mineral supplies. Well, we sit on a literal gold mine right here in the Black Hills, and we have plenty of other crucial minerals here as well. The School of Mines helps unlock the potential of those resources, both for our economy and for our national security. The state of South Dakota has made substantial investments in our higher ed institutions, and this building is a key example of that support. The building is being constructed thanks to both public and private support. Our state government provided $19 million in funding, and Nucor provided an additional $5 million. As with most construction projects in the past several years, it cost a bit more than what we had anticipated. So thank you to the South Dakota School of Mines Center for Alumni Relations and Advancements for your work to address that rising cost by raising $12 million more in private investment. Nucor is the largest recycler and domestic steel producer in North America, and they have a notable workforce need and recognize the need for strong career training. This facility will be a hub for several programs, including geology, geological engineering, mining engineering, and metallurgical engineering. The facility will provide state-of-the-art teaching and research space, and it will help launch our kids into careers of their dreams. So once again, thank you all for being here to support this new facility. Together, we will keep South Dakota open for opportunity and advance our future workforce. Thank you. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless the great state of South Dakota. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Governor Roden, for your continued leadership and support of higher education in South Dakota. Now, we had planned to hear from David Johnson, a Mines alumnus and senator who brought both passion and purpose to the Capitol when he sponsored the bill that helped secure funding for this incredible facility. Unfortunately, Mr. Johnson was unable to make it today, but please join me in recognizing his dedication to higher education, this university, and to the future of mineral industries here in South Dakota. The South Dakota Board of Regents plays a critical role in shaping the future of public higher education in our state. The board's support of this building was essential in making it a reality, and their ongoing commitment ensures that institutions like South Dakota Mines continue to thrive. Please join me in welcoming the CEO and Executive Director of the South Dakota Board of Regents, Mr. Nathan Lucas.
Good afternoon. I too need something in my hand to keep me grounded here. For the second time in as many weeks, I've drawn the short straw and had the unfortunate spot of following the governor. I thought I was going to have a buffer with Senator Johnson, and then he wasn't able to make it, so here I am again. So tough act to follow, but thank you all for coming out. Exciting day. What a facility. It didn't just happen though. You know, as you've heard, this was truly a group effort. Couldn't have done it without all of the stakeholders coming together. You know, they say most things yield to time and pressure, and this building is a testament to that fact. You know, this was an idea that started long ago. I'm glad President Rankin was able to make it here. I mean, I think back to that legislative session in 21 when this became a reality, and the number of days that President Rankin spent in the Capitol, the conversations that he had to continue to push this along. You know, when it started, we thought, no way this was going to happen. You know, can't possibly get that much state funding. And sure enough, it happened. You know, in 21, when the bill originally passed, I think this was a $35 million project. Well, as was mentioned, the price continued to go up, and 2 years later, we're able to come back, get everybody around the table, get some additional private dollars, some additional state dollars to make this facility you're standing in today a reality. You know, this has been said already, but certainly need to thank the state, Governor Nome, Lieutenant Governor Roden, legislators. Good to see Representative Derby here. You know, this couldn't have happened without the support of all of those individuals. You know, CARA, the donors, their willingness to not only step up and come up with the original funding, but then to be able to come back and stretch it a little bit further, close the gap and make this facility a reality. I mean, just phenomenal, truly a team effort. And I can't forget Nucor, who the building is named after, as the lead gift and donor to kind of get this started. So again, thank you all. Very exciting day. You know, when you think about the impact that this building is going to have on not only Rapid City, South Dakota Mines, the state, and the country, and you really can't quantify it. I mean, to think of the ideas, the students, the faculty, the activity that's going to occur in this building over the next 20, 30, 40 years, and the impact that that's going to have on the local economy, the state's economy, you know, and across the country is, I mean, it's exciting. You know, when you think about, as the governor mentioned, you know, rare earth minerals, I can't think of a time in this country's history when the activity that this facility is going to enable is any more important than it is today. You know, as President Rankin was fond of saying, if you don't grow it, you mine it. You know, everything that we have, everything that we use started either by something that was planted in the ground and growing, or something that was mined from the ground. You know, Mines has been known for a long time for its world-class faculty, its graduates, and now we finally have a facility that's on par with the reputation that this institution has around the country. So I'm terribly excited to see what happens in the next 10 to 20 years, the opportunities that this facility is going to create, the impact it's going to have on the local and regional economy, and excited to see what's next for South Dakota Mines. So thank you all for coming out to celebrate.
Thank you, Nate, for your remarks and for the Board of Regents' continued support of South Dakota Mines. Next, we're proud to welcome a representative from Nucor. J.D. Russo is not only here on behalf of Nucor, he's actually one of our own. A 2010 graduate in metallurgical engineering. His success is a testament to the kind of talent this university produces and the strong connections we build with industry. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome J.D. Russo.
Thank you, President Tandy, Governor Roden, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, students, and Nucor teammates. It is with the utmost pleasure that I stand here today, along with 150 other businesses, representing the more than 33,000 teammates across Nucor. Each day we invest in our teammates and our company, and we are beyond proud in partnering with South Dakota Mines and supporting the next generation of engineers and innovators. It is natural for us to partner with South Dakota Mines, as we know the students of today will lead to stronger communities of tomorrow. As a prospective or graduating student, I can only imagine the excitement they must feel when they see the future employers investing over $14 million to ensure they are prepared to solve the complex challenges of tomorrow. At Nucor, we often speak about the higher cause and making sure that we are working in a way that will allow our children and grandchildren the same opportunity as us if they so choose. I would ask that all of us here today take on that same challenge and continue to find ways to support South Dakota Mines through mentorships, partnerships, or philanthropy, so that our giving reaches far beyond today. We live each day with gratitude for those that have come before us, invested in our futures, and allowed us to invest in those that come after us. Thank you for all that have invested in this new building, and more importantly, in the future of the Mineral Industries Building. Thank you, and go Rockers!
Thank you, JD. At this time, I would like to introduce the heads of the 3 departments that are housed in this wonderful facility. Dr. Rob Hall, where are you?
Right here.
All right, Dr. Rob Hall heads the Department of Mining, Engineering, and Management and the Department of Geology and Geological Engineering. Dr. Hall, and Dr. Michael West, head of the Department of Materials and Metallurgical Engineering. Dr. West will speak on behalf of all 3 departments.
It's an honor to say a few words on behalf of all of the mineral industries programs. Those programs make our university very unique, and on behalf of all of the programs, I want to thank you all for attending. This building is a result of hard work and contributions from so many of you attending and a lot of people that could not attend today. I want to thank the current and former faculty and staff from the mineral industries programs and the university, along with our alumni and advisory boards that helped build a compelling case for a new building. Especially Dr. Jim Rankin, Dr. Lance Roberts, Dr. Lori Anderson, and Dr. Rob Hall, and also my predecessor, Dr. John Keller. There are too many other people and industry partners to thank, so I welcome you all to spend time touring the building to see all of the acknowledgements, each which has a really compelling story behind it. I will, however, take the time to thank one person in particular, and that person is Mr. Terry Rasmussen of Nucor Steel, whose initial vision nearly 20 years ago of a university industry partnership planted the seeds that grew into this building. And I don't want to repeat all that has been said, but I do want to say that the building is already having a tremendous impact on student learning and engagement. The redesigned labs and the student collaborative spaces have made the building a hub for student activity in just a short time. I think Dr. Hall would agree it was an amazing experience to give our first prospective student and parent tours just a couple of months ago. It made me want to cry, actually. And we've already hosted STEM outreach activities in the building for hundreds of young students from the community. We really appreciate your support and investment in our programs in the university, and we're confident that this building will help us recruit and retain the next generation of students. Thank you all.
Thank you for being here with us. Now, if we were outside, this would have been easier to coordinate.